Hi, my name is Dennis Hales. I'm with Joe Leahy of Capital Golf Studio. We're over here at his studio in Warren, Rhode Island. One of the things we're going to go ahead and do today is we're going to go through a driving fitter for me. I've worked on my golf swing. I want to go ahead and now try to enhance or improve the performance of my ball flight, see if I can't gain any more yardage or any more distance out of my current driver from a new driver.
Sure.
So Joe, you want to go ahead and just quickly explain to me what the process is going to be like today?
Sure. With the process, we try to get you, have you hit some balls with your driver, so we have a benchmark. We have a baseline as to what you're accustomed to, what you're used to. Obviously, you've been using it for a little while and you're fairly comfortable for it. So now we'll take that baseline and we'll see if there's any areas of improvement on that, see if we can get a little more distance for you, perhaps, or maybe even tighten up the shot pattern a little bit for you.
Okay, and just really quickly, I think getting fit for golf clubs is really important to see ball flight. The other thing that you need to have is you need to have a tool like flight scope or TrackMan, something that's going to be able to measure the golf ball from takeoff to landing.
Exactly.
One of the things that you really don't want to do is you don't really want to get fit indoors. I mean, if you look at the best players in the world, I don't know many of those guys who are getting fit indoors into a net, trying to see if they hit the ball any straighter or any further. So being able to optimize that driver distance and make sure that it fits your eye, because it's real important that it does fit your eye, is you actually got to see it. I mean, that's my opinion.
That's a key factor, because especially with better players, they're accustomed to seeing a certain ball flight or how they want the ball to land so they can play the golf course. If we gave you something that launched it too high or too low, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable for it. So this is why we try to establish a baseline with your present driver, and then we try to improve upon it from there and really kind of fine tune it for you.
Excellent. I'm really excited to get this going.
Okay, take a look at what, some results we have here. Dennis hit his present driver and been averaging about 248 in carry with the shots that he hit. And he tried another driver and then tried a third one again. As you can see, based on total distance here, Dennis has picked up almost 18 yards of carry with this driver and another 14 yards of rollout. So picked up quite a bit of distance over here. If we look at some of the other factors in here, smash factor, he actually made a little bit better contact with driver A than even his present driver. Not by much, but it could be age, could be fatigue, another reason where he lost a little bit of distance as well. But as you can see, the rest of the numbers are pretty solid here. He's got good spin rates on all of it. Launch was good, and kept the thing up in the air quite a bit. Didn't hit it too high. So there's a lot of different factors here. We can, again, dissect those particular things that are most important to you. If you're looking for more distance or you're looking for more control, we can figure this out. This is why you need to get on something like the flight scope or a TrackMan and actually see real ball flight, because you'll be able to collect all that data and physically you'll be able to see what you're feeling. As you can see here, we've got some of the dispersion circles here to see what kind of pattern that the ball's been landing in for Dennis. Once again, we've got a few of the numbers in here from the irons from a previous fitting session, but also we have the present driver data. If you look at here's the dispersion with Dennis's present driver over here. He kept it within a 42-yard radius. Looks like he might have a miss here once or twice in there. But if we go back to driver A that we saw with the total distance, look how much difference there is in total distance. Quite a bit of carry, quite a bit of rollout. Not only that, but his dispersion pattern was down inside a 11-yard radius. That's not a bad landing pattern with a driver. So once again, we found a good combination for him where he actually gained more distance, plus he was able to control the ball flight and control the shots a little bit and get a much tighter dispersion pattern.
Alright, so now that we went ahead and completed the driver fitting, I was very pleasantly surprised with the outcome of it, and I'm sure that anybody who is out there looking for, to gain some accuracy or some distance or a combination of both, finding a professional such as Joe is going to be an essential part of the whole process. One of the things that you really need to see is you need to see some ball flight.
Absolutely.
You need to make sure that you have a tool such as a flight scope or a TrackMan that's going to be able to measure your golf ball and see where it's landing, because that data is going to be much more accurate and something that's a little bit more predicted. Overall, I'm very, very happy with the end result. I'll have to go ahead and get an order in for one of these. You know, is there something that you want to kind of conclude with, and maybe let some people know about some of the process or anything of that information for them?
Well, again, the process is to get a benchmark with what you presently have, and after that, then we try some different combinations. The key to that is really having an open mind and not being, you know, sometimes you have to be brand loyal for certain reasons, but other times if you don't, it's always good to have an open mind, because like I said, you never know what's going to come up and surprise you and go and give you a little bit of the wow factor. The other thing too is that a lot of times people are looking for this, you know, magic cure with a driver. They're going to pick up 15, 20 yards. It doesn't happen all the time. You know, on a good day, if we can get 5 to 10, give or take, for somebody, that's not a bad day, depending on the player. But a lot of times we can just make it better, and that's the key. Not to noticeably improve your distance, but a lot of times, if we can kind of keep you in the fairway, you're going to be way ahead. Your scoring's going to be much better. So
it's a lot easier playing from the short stuff than it is, you know, playing from the rock behind the trees. And you made a real good point about being brand loyal. I mean, there are certain situations where you need to be brand loyal, but as a paying consumer, I think in that sense, I mean, all you're looking for is getting the most bang out of your buck. So if you're currently playing a Titleist, a Nike, or a Callaway, if you're open-minded, you may actually find that you're going to find a golf club that's going to perform a little bit better. And ultimately, if you're paying for it, you know, you want to get the best performing driver. If it happens to the brand that you like, then so be it. If not, take the performance and run.
What it comes down to is, realistically, there's no bad equipment out there. What we're here to do is to get the best fitting equipment for you and your game, to get your swing and get the best results for you.
And the good thing about you is you have quite a variety of fitting cards. You've got what, the Titleist, the Ping, the Nike, the TaylorMades.
Wilson, we've got everybody in here, so we've got just about everything. Somebody wants to try something, and you know, here it is, and you can see some real ball flight and get some real data here.
Excellent. Again, you want to just tell them how they can get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me through www.capitalgolfri.com or capitalgolfri@gmail.com.
Excellent. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this. We thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you.